Hey YouTube, we're actually back to make a high temperature hot process soap. I've done this a couple of times. First time complete and utter fail. Second time wasn't too bad. So we're doing it for the third time today. I'm just heating up the oils. I haven't mixed the lye water yet. I'll do that once the oils actually are at around about 180 degrees Fahrenheit. And I've got silk in the lye water, sodium lactate in the lye water, and the recipe for today is 7.5% castor, approximately. It's actually 7.45. Then we've got coconut oil at 29.8, olive oil at 28.19, palm oil, which is sustainable, at 21.28, avocado oil at 3.72, cocoa butter at 5.32, shea butter at 3.19, and rice bran oil at 1.06. Now that's all percentages. In the crock pot are all the oils, along with kaolin clay and colloidal oatmeal. I can't say that. So that's all I'm adding for now. So all the additives will be done after the cook, because I found that if I actually added everything the first time before the cook, in my total fail batch, and the soap actually burnt. So I'm not putting any additives in until the end, until the cook is finished. So as I said, lye water has sodium lactate and silk. After the cook, we're adding aloe vera gel, coconut cream, yogurt, which is just plain Greek yogurt. I've got some sea salt, manuka honey, so it's manuka honey, pure maple syrup. Now I'm hoping this is going to stay fluid, so I'm hoping it's going to be a fluid high temperature hot process. And if it is, then we're going to do a white base with a swirl of yellow, orange, and blue violet. So that's two colours. Colours are yellow, orange, and blue violet, because they're opposite on the colour wheel. In the white, I'm going to put some purple jojoba beads as well. So I'm not going to do a pretty top on this one. It's very hard for hot process, so I just thought if it turns out awful, then I'll just cut it off. So fingers crossed, and let's make soap. Okay, so I've just added the lye and realised that my stick blender is dirty because I've broken two. I had three, down to one. So we could be here a while whisking, but because it's hot, I'm hoping not. Now I'm rhyming. It's 174 degrees Fahrenheit, round about, which is 79 degrees Celsius. We'll just keep whisking. And whisking. Didn't plan this very well. And I don't have gloves on. Gloves, need gloves. Now I've still got the crock pot on high because the temperature isn't quite hot enough. Should have long sleeves on as well. You should have long sleeves on. Well, this is real time, so we'll see how long it actually takes to whisk a hot process soap to trace by hand. some of this out. This is going to take forever. Well, I'd say we're at emulsification. Almost 8 minutes. Don't know if you can see the trace. It's definitely thin trace, heading to medium. Yep, starting to go up on the sides now. It's getting thicker. 2 minutes and 10 seconds since I started whisking. Hands. Okay. So we're at a really good trace. It's not a thick one. It's not a thin one either, so it's probably medium. You can see the trails from the whisk. So I think I'll scrape down the sides, put the lid on, and bring you back if anything happens. And the soap is actually starting to get a fold. Looks like a wave. So this is probably classed as a volcano, I would say. We're back, it's 10 to 7. Now, it is starting to come up on the sides again, but it's like it's boiling, so I don't want it to boil like that. So we're going to give it a stir. It's actually changed again. And it's looking a bit more Vaseline-y now, which is good. It's still not 100% translucent, so I don't think it's cooked yet. Okay, so we're back and it's 2 minutes to 7. And I did a zap test. And a zap test is when you take a bit of the soap, cool it down, make sure it's cool. Touch it to your tongue. If you don't get a zap like a 9-volt battery, the soap's cooked. So I didn't get a zap, but it just looks a bit weird. It's like it's Vaseline-y, but I'm not sure if it's 100%, but anyway. That could be the extra virgin olive oil, giving it a bit of a different look, maybe. Just guessing, I have no idea. Okay, so we are at, oh, we're coming down, temperature's coming down. Why is it coming down? 198. Okay, probably done. So I'll turn the crock pot off, plug. Yeah, I put all of my additives into into a bowl before I started. So I need my recipe. The additives are aloe vera gel, coconut cream, plain Greek yogurt. I've got sea salt in the cup with water. Manuka honey, maple syrup. That's it. Oh, and the fragrance, which is Honey I Wash the Kids type. And that the fragrance is from Big Tree Supplies in Queensland. So we're going to add... Geez, that's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot of stuff. Oh, look at the honey. The Manuka honey is really, really thick. Just get that in there. Oh, and cocoa butter. I forgot to say the cocoa butter, it's super fat. Wow, that's gone very fluid, hasn't it? Probably does that because I've just added a whole heap of liquids. Good on ya. That would have brought the temperature down. It's 176 degrees now. Don't want anything stuck on the sides that can burn. And in the additives. Okay, so this is the sea salt. Now this was used with a bit of water from, like before I added the lye. That's part of the recipe. just in case it turns out okay, I'll give it a bit of a texture on the top. It's like drying out instantly, it's wrinkly. Okay, that's it. Looks a bit weird, but we'll see how it goes when we cut it. Cut it in a sec. So I've got a top that I cut off, which is pretty ugly. So we're just gonna do a pH test. Okay. So the soap was made last night. It's now 9:30 in the morning. I'm just trying to get as much soap on there as I can and not water. So I want the pH test for the soap. Got my pH strip. And on the pH meter, I'd say that's an 8. Which is pretty neutral. 7 is completely neutral, but 8's pretty good. There's a lot of additives in this soap, so it feels really creamy. It feels nice actually. It's got a good leather. Let's add more water. It's pretty bubbly. here's my little packet of pH strips with the meter. That's, dropped it. That's the strip we just tested. So it's not a 7, it's not a 9. But it's pretty close to an 8, so I'd say it's in between 7 and 8. Or is it? Yeah, so it's not quite as dark as an 8. It's a bit too dark for a 7. So I'd say it's about 7.5, which is really good for pH. So there's no lie. Now neutral pH is 7, so 7.5 is pretty good.